In the history of American crime, one name stands above all others as the ultimate phantom, D.B. Cooper. He achieved the impossible, executing the only successful skyjacking that resulted in the hijacker vanishing without a trace. This is not just a crime story, it is a ghost story involving hundreds of thousands of dollars and an empty parachute. On November 24, 1971, a man purchased a one-way ticket on Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 from Portland to Seattle. He was quiet, polite, and wore a dark suit. He was simply named Dan Cooper, and he was about to make history. What happened next remains an enduring testament to human audacity and the unforgiving wilderness of the Pacific Northwest. Welcome back to the Vanishing Point. Today, we break down the 3 crucial hours that redefined air safety and created a legend. We analyze the evidence, the theories, and the chilling truth that 50 years later, the truth about D.B. Cooper remains suspended somewhere between the sky and the cold ground. Shortly after takeoff, Dan Cooper, who quickly became known as D.B., made his move. He calmly handed a note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. She initially dismissed it, thinking it was a lonely businessman flirting. But Cooper insisted, "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." Cooper opened his briefcase just enough for Schaffner to glimpse what appeared to be wires, batteries, and red sticks of dynamite. His demands were specific, professional, and chillingly precise: $200,000 in negotiable American currency, for parachutes, 2 primary and 2 reserves, and a fuel truck ready upon landing in Seattle. It was clear this man was not an amateur. His calm demeanor and detailed knowledge of the aircraft immediately put the crew and ground control into a panic. The plane circled for hours over Puget Sound while the FBI and local police raced to gather the required items. The money collected was untraceable cash, but the FBI, in a genius move, decided to photograph every single bill with its serial number before handing it over. Cooper, a meticulous planner, accepted the money and the 4 parachutes. Importantly, he insisted on the older, civilian-style parachutes, not the military-grade ones. Upon landing at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, Cooper released all 36 passengers and 2 flight attendants in exchange for the money and chutes. Only the pilot, co-pilot, flight engineer, and 1 remaining flight attendant remained. Cooper then laid out his final, detailed instructions for the flight crew: fly toward Mexico City, maintain an altitude no higher than 10,000 feet, keep the speed below 200 knots, and most crucially, keep the aft landing flaps down at 15 degrees. This final set of instructions wasn't random, it was tailored to the Boeing 727. Cooper knew exactly what he was doing. The low speed and the extended flaps were critical for his escape, making the aircraft stable enough for a jump from the aircraft's most unique feature, the ventral air stair. As the plane took off again, leaving Seattle behind, the crew knew they were entering the final, terrifying chapter of this hijacking. Somewhere over the thick, dark forests of the Pacific Northwest, Cooper secured one of the parachutes and the duffel bag containing the $200,000. Around 8:13 p.m., approximately 30 miles north of Portland, a warning light flashed in the cockpit. the aft air stair had been deployed. The moment of truth had arrived. Cooper had manually opened the rear hatch and was ready to plunge into the extreme cold. The conditions were brutal. The temperature outside the plane was -7 degrees Celsius. Cooper was wearing only a suit, a light jacket, loafers, and a flimsy parachute. The plane was traveling at nearly 200 knots, and the jump was occurring over mountainous, densely forested terrain with no lights below. The odds of survival were incredibly low. But the most terrifying part: the crew didn't even know when he jumped. The moment the crew realized Cooper was gone, the largest manhunt in American history began. FBI agents, the military, and local police saturated the rugged region near Ariel, Washington, the likely jump zone. They searched by land, by air, and by water, looking for the telltale sign of a parachute, a body, or the missing $200,000. Over the next 5 decades, countless hours, millions of dollars, and hundreds of theories would be dedicated to finding the man who simply jumped out of a jet and vanished. Nine years after the jump, in 1980, the case received its only piece of concrete evidence. An 8-year-old boy named Brian Ingram was digging near the Columbia River's Tina Bar Beach, 30 miles from Cooper's probable landing zone. He unearthed 3 bundles of $20 bills, heavily deteriorated but identifiable. The serial numbers matched the ransom money given to D.B. Cooper. This discovery created more confusion than clarity. If Cooper landed near Ariel, how did the money travel so far downriver? Was the cash washed down the Columbia River, suggesting Cooper lost it immediately? Or did Cooper land closer to the river, contradicting the FBI's original flight path analysis? To this day, the remaining $194,200 has never been recovered. This case has fueled endless speculation. One popular theory suggests he was Richard McCoy, a paratrooper who attempted a similar skyjacking a few months later. Another theory points to Robert Rackstraw, a former military pilot whose background seemed a perfect fit. However, the FBI, which officially suspended the case in 2016, never conclusively named a suspect. They simply closed the book on the investigation. The debate boils down to survival. Could anyone, even a military man, have survived that jump in those brutal conditions? Most experts agree the odds were overwhelmingly against him. But if he died, where is the body? Where are the parachutes? The lack of evidence of death has cemented D.B. Cooper as an American folk legend, the phantom criminal who succeeded where others failed. The story of D.B. Cooper is a captivating blend of meticulous planning, high-altitude danger, and a disappearance so complete it defies explanation. Was he the luckiest man alive, or did he become another victim of the Pacific Northwest wilderness? Tell us, what do you believe happened to D.B. Cooper? Share your most compelling theories and insights in the comments below. If you were captivated by this deep dive into an iconic unsolved mystery, please hit that like button and subscribe to The Vanishing Point. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next case. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unknown.